Thank you. The next ordinance is 1102-2013, and as I'm reading the ordinance, I am going to ask Carla Rotham to start walking to the podium. It's to approve the grant application of Stonewall, Columbus, seeking financial assistance to address an emergency human service need pursuant to the Columbus City Codes, to authorize the Director of the Department of Development to enter into a contract into a grant agreement with Stonewall Columbus to provide capital repair and improvement to the community center at 1160 North High Street, to authorize the appropriation and transfer from the Cultural Services Fund, to authorize the appropriation expenditure of $50,000 from the Emergency Human Services Fund, and to declare an emergency. This legislation will be, we're going to make repairs to 1160 North High Street, and the repairs will be making this campaign will be to make the building wheelchair accessible, expand the conference space, and include a larger build out for more programming. And we're excited about this legislation, and I see former council member Mary Jo Hudson is in the room. We're glad that you're here this evening. And so, Ms. Rotham, I'll let you share more about the improvements that are going to happen at this building.
Sure. Thank you, Chairwoman Tyson, President Ginther, all members of our City Council today. First, I want to take this opportunity, of course, to thank you for your tremendous support. Our partnership with the city has helped to make Stonewall Columbus a leading organization in the region, and each year 30,000 visitors arrive at the center looking for a safe place for help. The center on high is just that place, and we could not have touched all the lives that we have done over these 32 years without your support and your help. We plan to raise additional dollars to expand the facility, to connect the buildings, and create second floor accessibility. This will enable Stonewall Columbus to more fully and effectively provide additional programs for LGBT community and its allies, especially older adults, families, and youth. Having the confidence and investment of our city helps us to achieve this goal. On behalf of our community and the thousands of people that come to the center every year seeking assistance, I want to thank you on behalf of them and on behalf of the Board of Stonewall Columbus. Thanks.
Thank you, Carla. And this is important because this investment will be leveraged to be able to support all the renovations that will take place in the other building. And most importantly, also, they're working with Adam to be able to provide mental health services to the clientele. And that's so important that we expand mental health services not only to this clientele, but obviously we have to expand it even in our city. So I'm very excited about the mental health expansion.
Exactly. What happened this year was we received some funding from Adam H., and they basically contracted with North Central Mental Health to put in an office at our center that would be free counseling for folks, people that don't have insurance, that need help, couples, families, individual, drug, alcohol. It has been a tremendous success. They, I think, would like to expand that, and I think the reason that they chose Stonewall Columbus in the center was because we had this facility. Now, we basically filled this first building very well in the last 10 years, and it's in these programs with the partnerships that we've created throughout the city with Adam H., North Central Mental Health, the City of Columbus, United Way. All of these have really built up our members and have drawn attention to us, and people need more help. So what we want to do is connect the two buildings that we have, make it wheelchair accessible, because we do have a build out inside where there's an elevator shaft, because this was an old addressograph building. It's a warehouse, and right now it's not occupiable because it isn't built out. But we could attach them and then actually be accessible to the second floor of our first building, which happened to be an old bank. So this is the plan for the future. We're working with community, private and public, and of course, folks in the community that want to step up, like Mary Jo Hudson, Tom Grody, and of course our board, Steve Schallenbarger, to really create some focus groups that'll say, how do they want the building to be used? What are our families going to need in the future? How will that help the community? And so by bringing those folks together in focus groups, we're going to be able to use these dollars more effectively as well and do it right the first time, so that we know that we're providing something that somebody needs and not something we think they need. So that's the most important thing first, and these dollars will of course help us do that, do some much needed repairs on some very old historic buildings, which we love but need a lot of attention, as you know. So thank you all so very much. This is at the corner of 4th and High in the Short North. This is stonewallcolumbus.org. And please join us on the website and on Facebook so that you can find out what we're up to next and follow the process as we build the first and only GLBT community center in Central Ohio, and what I think will be the jewel of the nation. So I thank you for your support so much, and thank you on behalf of course, the board and the people that we serve. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the work that you do in our community. Councilman Paley.
Carla, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for the center. You have become quite the community leader since our first meeting. And I want to point out some of your other collaborations. It's been really important for us to work together with other people in order to leverage funds. I noticed your collaboration with the Urban League about landlord-tenant issues, which is another great program for the center and for the Urban League. So I appreciate you reaching out to other community programs in order to provide more for your community. So thank you, and if there's anything else we can do, let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing no, seeing no other questions, I move for passage.
Craig Miller Mills, Paley Tyson, President Ginther.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's all I have this evening. Thank you.